9.
A Facebook post is all it takes to put an entire state on the edge. And the West Bengal government seems to have been blinded by its appeasement policy. An innocent life was lost in the communal clashes in Bashirhat. He was lynched in the name of religion, and that's claimed by the victim's son himself. But Mamata Banerjee, who's usually at the forefront of slamming the BJP RSS for Gau Rakshak attacks, is not outraged when Kartik Ghosh is killed by a mob. Instead, Didi's government seems to be working towards burying the facts. Do Hindus not count under Mamata Banerjee's Bengal? That's the question we are asking, ladies and gentlemen, tonight.
65-year-old Kartik Ghosh fell prey to the violent communal clashes that swept the small town of Bashirhat in West Bengal North 24 Parganas. And that too, over a social media post by a 17-year-old.
Family members say that as the news of violence spread yesterday, a concerned businessman, that is Kartik Ghosh, ran to his shop to check on things. And they claim he was attacked by people for his religious identity.
The clashes taking an ugly turn. Now the family has alleged that Kartik was murdered over his religious identity.
কেন মারলেন কেন মানে কি দেখে মারলেন ওখানে চলছে আচ্ছা তো আপনার বাবাকে কেন মারলেন আমার বাবা একদিন আচ্ছা
His death leading to fresh protests in the area. And a half-hour rail blockade. Angered by the lynching, angry villagers marched out of their houses with brooms in their hands, protesting against the apathy of the state government.
There you see locals have come out holding brooms in their hands, and they are literally intimidating the Bengal police and the RAF who have come here to clear the rail blockade. These people are extremely agitated. They are saying they have lost their own people.
And even as tension prevailed in Bashirhat, Kartik's son was taken into custody by the West Bengal police. And when Times Now tried speaking to the son, the police blocked your channel.
আপনার নামটা কি বলুন আপনি কি জানতে চাইছেন বলুন না আপনি আপনি থানা আমাদের অর্ডার নিয়ে থানায় ঢুকবেন কি কোথায় না নিয়ম নয় আপনার থানা ধাক্কা মারছেন আপনি ধাক্কা মারছেন কেন আপনাকে ধাক্কা দেওয়াই হয়নি ক্যামেরা রেকর্ডিং আছে হ্যাঁ রেকর্ড আছে তো কথা বলবেন না আপনি শুনুন দাদা কথা বলবেন না
And if that wasn't enough, Trinamool Congress leader Tarun Saha mysteriously appeared at the police station, raising questions of state interference.
আপনি কি এখানে স্টক নিতে এসেছেন না কি হয়েছে না মানে
আমি
আরজি করেছিলেন তো এখানে পুলিশ স্টেশনে কি মানে কি রকম কি তদন্ত চলছে সে ব্যাপারে এসেছিলেন না
তদন্ত ব্যাপার এটা আমাদের এই আরজিকর থানার কিন্তু তদন্ত করার কোনো ভূমিকা নেই ওদের কাছে পেপার আসবে ওরা পোস্ট করবে
তো আপনি সেই পেপার দেখতে এসেছিলেন
তাড়াতাড়ি আসে সেই ব্যবস্থাটা করুন
Why is there such a secrecy over the probe on the death of an RSS-linked man? Why is a Trinamool Congress leader present at a police station? Why is the victim's son being kept in a police station? Questions that Mamata must answer tonight to the people of Bengal.
The family is absolutely shattered by the news of the death that came around 6:45 this morning. An entire neighborhood which has come together in solidarity. They are asking one question. If posting an objectionable picture on Facebook is wrong, killing someone in the name of religion is equally wrong. Will there be action taken against those who killed Kartik Ghosh? That is the big question. With camera person Suraj Pandey, here in Bashirhat, this is Tamal Shah for Times Now.
A man named Kartik Ghosh has lost his life. Yes, he succumbed to his injuries from the riots or near riot situation in West Bengal that occurred over the last 48 hours. We are going to be joined by a direct face-off between the Trinamool Congress. Mahua Moitra, MLA and spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress, joining me live from Kolkata, and joining me live from Delhi is BJP spokesperson Gaurav Bhatia. Going across to you, Mahua Moitra, first. My question to you is, let me read out a statement of Mamata Banerjee that was made just a short while ago. In fact, a few days ago, when a lynching of Junaid had taken place in Haryana. And the Prime Minister made his statement. She tweeted and she said, "We condemn killings taking place in the name of Gau Raksha. This must stop now. Just words are not enough." This is what she said, critical of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's words. I ask you tonight, Mahua Moitra, is the value of a life of a Hindu, Kartik Ghosh, not worth anything for the Trinamool Congress, for West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee?
I think you should be ashamed of even framing this question like this, Navika, because you're clearly not aware of the facts. Junaid Khan was an innocent 17-year-old boy who had gone to Delhi to do his shopping for Eid and was lynched by a mob purely on account of
Don't worry about
him
what
being
I
Muslim.
should be ashamed
Number
or not,
one,
because there are
showed the complete mob.
This is a
Please,
tense
can I finish?
situation.
Navika, I didn't interrupt you.
Navika,
Navika,
in
please
West
let me
Bengal,
finish.
Mahua Moitra,
Navika,
and we have a right to ask
finish.
questions.
Navika,
and you don't begin by saying what I should be ashamed for.
Navika,
I have a right to ask you a question, and I'm asking you a question.
Navika, as you have a right to frame your question in the perspective that you want, I have an absolute right, the same right to answer and put my answer in the perspective of your question, which is what I'm doing. So please let me finish. Junaid Khan was a 17-year-old Muslim boy who was unaffiliated with any party, who was simply going to Delhi to do his shopping and come back on the train. Kartik Ghosh was a BJP supporter who went into a riot-hit area. He was not an innocent bystander who was caught in a communal riot. He was sent by the BJP to further instigate trouble and was caught up in the area. And today, in fact, Kailash Vijayvargiya and Dilip Ghosh, the state BJP president, has gone to the hospital and said that our BJP worker has died. While it is sad that anyone dies, there is not a question of Hindu or Muslim. That was an innocent boy. I am not even talking about whether he was a Hindu or Muslim, who was caught doing Eid shopping, whereas the person today went into a communally sensitive riot-hit area where police are stretched on orders from the BJP to further instigate trouble. He had no business even being there. So he went out looking for trouble, and that's what happened. While unfortunate, it simply cannot be balanced in the same way as Junaid Khan's killing.
I would like to respond to her. May I, Navika?
All right, Gaurav Bhatia, that's a very vociferous response coming in from Mahua Moitra. But my question to you, Gaurav Bhatia, is should the killing of Haryana be highlighted by Mamata Banerjee, but the fact that a 16-year-old's Facebook post can cause almost a communal riot-like situation in Bashirhat, and the questions being raised about why the Mamata government has not been able to control the law and order situation, shouldn't that question be asked?
Absolutely, Navika, and Mahua ji is speaking with the same insensitivity that we have seen in the past few days in relation to the West Bengal government. Law and order is a state subject, and in West Bengal, it seems the constitutional machinery has completely failed. And there is a reason for that, because Mamata Banerjee ji is busy doing appeasement politics of Muslims in West Bengal, and appeasement politics in West Bengal is at its lowest. The police officers were not allowed to do their task because the perpetrators of crime in the region in West Bengal were Muslims, and Mamata ji fears that she would lose her vote bank if the police officers take action against these persons. The point here is there is a 17-year-old person who posted a Facebook comment, and now law will take its own course. The mob that is trying to vandalize property and scare this boy wants this young 17-year-old boy to be hanged. We are not a country, or West Bengal is not a state which is governed by Shariat law, and all these anti-social elements from a particular community are being emboldened because the Chief Minister decides to remain quiet. Regarding that young boy who lost his life today, I would say that it is very unfortunate that today the spokesperson from TMC comes and tries to categorize him as a BJP party worker. I say even if he was a BJP party worker, should his life not be valued? And this is the insensitivity that I am talking about. And I would also like to say that the centre had offered to help by sending the paramilitary forces to West Bengal, which has been refused by the West Bengal government. So they do not want the media to cover the incidents that are happening there. They do not even want the governor, who is the constitutional head of the state, to check the Chief Minister of West Bengal, and they also do not want that the police should do their act or the army should be present. And this itself shows the nervousness with Mamata Banerjee. She is afraid.
That's the point. Mahua Moitra, may I ask you, Mahua Moitra, the fact that the son of Kartik Ghosh, the man who lost his life in West Bengal tonight, we are asking, why was a Trinamool Congress MLA allowed inside the police station where the son had gone to file a report? Was it to browbeat him? You're saying Kailash Vijayvargiya cannot even visit the hospital where Kartik Ghosh and his family were present. But the fact is that Trinamool Congress MLAs can be present in the police station to browbeat the individual, the family members, when they are filing a report. Even the media was not allowed to go in there, and we have visuals to show you how the media was blocked from going into the police station to find out more about this entire complaint. So, Mahua Moitra, why are you being selective in the manner the situation is being handled?
I think you're being very selective in the manner in which you're reporting. But first, I would like to counter what Gaurav Bhatia said. I think it's a bit rich coming from someone who defected to the BJP after spending the better part of his of the last 5 years aligned with a government that was voted out of power due to the deteriorating law and order situation in Uttar Pradesh.
Why don't you stick to the topic? I have raised certain issues.
Please let me finish, sir. I didn't interrupt you.
Let's not get personal. The issue is about law and order situation in Kolkata, in West Bengal, in Bashirhat.
The issue of the debate
let me finish. It is very unfortunate an action was taken. You want to talk about my defection, but you don't want to talk
if you can answer on the substantive questions.
Civilized discussion if we interrupt each other. I waited patiently. Please let me
answer those. Educate the viewers.
I have to, Navika, I am not going to get into a village cockfight. Please, let's have a civilized discussion. He spoke, I listened patiently. It's my turn to speak. Let him listen and counter it. That's not a problem. Please let me finish. That's the first thing. Please let me finish. Please let me finish. Please let me finish. This kind of village cockfighting doesn't serve any purpose. Number one. The first thing, so let me get back to what Gaurav Bhatia said. The second thing that Gaurav Bhatia said was it is absolutely incorrect when he points out that we've got into something with. Do you realize what the governor has done? The governor of West Bengal is an RSS pracharak, as has been mentioned by your ex-BJP state president today. He said that you can't browbeat the governor because the governor is a shoinik of the Modi Bahini, which means he is a soldier of the army of Prime Minister Modi. So you have the state president of the BJP putting that on record, sir. So please don't tell us anything about the impartiality of the governor, who happened to be the state BJP president of Uttar Pradesh before he was sent as governor to West Bengal. So that's the second thing. The third thing is, as for the presence of the Trinamool MLA in the police station, I'm not aware of that. But even if that were the case, if he's an MLA of that region, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be there. That's the second thing. And the third thing is, can I remind you, in Uttar Pradesh, when you have something with Yogi Adityanath and you have the situation just 3 weeks ago where there are riots with Dalits, I don't see you coming back with that kind of vociferousness that you are doing here. So I think we're very aware of what we need to do. I think you would do well to stick to a secular fabric of the country and to make sure that the lynchings don't happen on a national level. When a communal incident breaks out in Bengal, our law and order machinery is in place, and just for one thing, it's completely false propaganda what you're spreading, that we did not request troops. Unlike the Gujarat government in 1992 that did not request for the army, we sent in a request for troops in the morning. It didn't arrive till the afternoon. Let me place that on record. So what you've said is an absolute falsehood. The second thing is, as with Darjeeling, we have requested 20 companies, we have only got 11. Even there, the centre is playing games with the deployment of troops. Let me put that on record.
So everything is politics as far as the Trinamool Congress is concerned. But Mahua Moitra, may I ask you a simple question?
Can I just respond to her, please?
Say that we are being rich when we are reporting this incident, may I ask you, yesterday a video surfaced where Hindus, the majority community, and I'm being absolutely secular, if you have no problems in taking the name of Muslims, which I don't have a problem with, but why do you have a problem in taking the names of Hindus when they are suffering? Yesterday a video surfaced and it said, Aryans go back. That's the kind of discrimination. That's the kind of, pointing out to the majority community that's happening. What about the Hindus in that area? Should they actually feel safe or not with Mamata Banerjee as the chief minister? Or should only Muslims and appeasement be your policy, Mahua?
Sir, Navika, we've just been re-elected with 220 seats out of 294. In West Bengal, there are 27% Muslims. There are 70% Hindus, right? So if we were only appeasing Muslims, then surely no Hindus would have said, if your point is correct, no Hindus would have felt safe and we wouldn't have won with the mandate we did. So I think it's absolute garbage to assume that whatever fake video, I have no idea what you're talking about Aryans go back. For every single Aryans go back video, I think the BJP propaganda machinery on social media puts out 500 fake videos of jihadis elsewhere and says that it's happening in West Bengal. So I think to talk about a fake video, which I have no idea the sort of, the veracity of this video, for you to comment on it in national television and for me to defend it or to counter it is absolute irresponsibility. Yes, Gaurav, please counter Navika. He's waiting to say something.
Yeah.
Okay, Gaurav Bhatia, even as I asked you, Mahua Moitra, Miss Mahua Moitra says all the videos that come up, which actually put the Hindus on the defensive are all fake videos. All the other videos are fine because that's the way she would selectively like to approach the issue. But Gaurav Bhatia, I have a serious question to you as well. My question to you is, the BJP president, 1 minute, let me ask my question to Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav Bhatia, let me ask the question and then you can respond to my question and what Mahua said as well. Gaurav Bhatia, today the BJP president, Mr. Amit Shah, has set up a 3-member committee of Om Mathur, Meenakshi Lekhi and another person to go across to Chobis Parganas as well as to the Bashirhat area. My question to you is, just a few weeks ago, we saw the flare-up in Mandsaur in Madhya Pradesh. At that time, you called it a photo opportunity for Rahul Gandhi to go there and you prevented him from going in. Why do the same thing now when the situation is still tense in the area that this team needs to go to? Why not wait for a while? Why not practice what you preach?
Yeah. There are a number of things that I have to respond to, so kindly bear with me. First of all, we are questioning the politics of appeasement, especially appeasement of Muslims that is being done by Mamata Banerjee ji. And I would like to first tell Mahua ji that on 3 occasions the Calcutta High Court has reprimanded Mamata Banerjee ji's government for doing appeasement politics. First was when idol immersion, Durga idol immersion, was only allowed till 4 p.m. and that decision was struck down by the Calcutta High Court saying that this is not proper. Second was when Mamata Banerjee ji tried to give a stipend to the imams in madrasas and that was struck down. And third was when reservation was being provided to Muslim students appearing in the medical entrance test. And I am just quoting from the High Court judgment where they reprimanded the Mamata government and said there has been a clear endeavor on part of the state government to pamper and appease the minority section of the public at the cost of the majority section without there being any plausible justification. The reason therefore is, however, not far to seek. This is what the court said. This is not my understanding. This is what the court said. Second, I would also like to say a Maulana like Maulana Barkati, who can make insensitive, derogatory remarks about the Honorable Prime Minister, goes unpunished. Rather, he shares the stage with Mamata Banerjee ji on various occasions and with TMC MP Idris Ali. You know, this is what we are questioning, that you are seeing religion of the person who perpetrates crime. You are not going by human life, whether it's a Hindu or a Muslim. Human life has to be respected and protected, and that is where your government has completely failed. Next, you asked me a question, I would like to answer that as well, that Navika, even when the incidents happened in Madhya Pradesh, the Chief Minister was acting immediately. The party also acted and sought a report from the government there and our party unit. And the same thing, especially, is being done in West Bengal, because the media is not being allowed to report freely and fairly. It is the fourth pillar of democracy, and they're trying to muzzle the media, and therefore it is imperative that the political parties are also on ground and they report fairly, because there is clear-cut violation of human rights in West Bengal which is taking place.
Gaurav
right
Bhatia, you failed to convince me. You failed to convince me, Gaurav Bhatia. When it comes to any other political party, you say they are trying to fan the situation. When it comes to the BJP, you are saying you want to support the fourth pillar of democracy. The media doesn't need your support, it can do its job.
Kailash Vijayvargiya ji also did not visit the place. Even today he's gone to the hospital, not to the affected area. For 4 days, what was the state government doing? Were we interfering with the investigation?
Okay, so let's take that question back to Ms. Mahua Moitra. Ms. Mahua Moitra, may I point out to you the double standards of the Trinamool Congress, Ms. Mahua Moitra. If there was a video which actually came out and said Muslims go back Muslims, and this came out from a BJP ruled state, wouldn't Mamata Banerjee have reacted? My question to you is very simply, how did the situation flare up into a communal violent situation, despite the fact the 16-year-old who put out the objectionable Facebook, and make no bones about it, the objectionable Facebook post cannot be justified, and we do not justify it here. But the fact is, there is a community that feels emboldened simply because you followed a minority appeasement policy. Why no statement from Mamata Banerjee despite the death of Kartik Ghosh? That's also a life lost in her own state. Doesn't that life matter, Mahua Moitra?
Okay, one second. Okay, I'm going to answer your question, Navika, but I must point out a couple of things that Gaurav said. So let me do that first, and then I'll come to yours. When Gaurav Bhatia mentioned a few things, let me remind you of one thing. You're talking about people sending reports. Let me tell you one thing. Amit Shah, as BJP president, let me tell you, was indicted by the CBI, was in jail, was not allowed to enter his home state of Gujarat. You have of murder, of being involved in riots, and he has been rewarded with the presidentship of the BJP. So please don't lecture us. Let me finish, ma'am. Let me finish. So please don't lecture us about which imam was seen on which stage with who.
At least stick to the topic. Today we are discussing law and order situation in West Bengal, not any other thing. I stuck to the topic. I can talk about your party in any other way.
Please let me finish. Let me finish.
I will object if you don't stick to the topic,
Gaurav. Please let me finish. I did not interrupt you.
If this is not a cockfight,
please do not interrupt me, Gaurav.
If I am sticking to the topic today, we are discussing law and order situation in West Bengal.
Number one,
every time you have
Gaurav, please let me finish.
The topic, I will intervene to correct you.
Navika, you can have a shouting match with Gaurav because I'm getting off. Navika, everyone gets
okay, Miss Mahua Moitra, may I, Gaurav Bhatia, please allow her to finish her point. Gaurav Bhatia, allow her to finish her point before you come in. And Ms. Mahua Moitra, to you, may I appeal to you that let's stick to the subject matter of the condition in West Bengal rather than going to other issues. My request to both of you, let both the BJP as well as the Trinamool Congress, who are stakeholders in the West Bengal administration, let them demonstrate to the people of West Bengal that they can actually sit and debate together. Yes, Mahua Moitra, make your point.
The West Bengal administration, The West Bengal administration has done an excellent job in keeping communal harmony in Bengal in the face of heightened communal tension all over India ever since the BJP government has come in. We have a 27% Muslim population, which is almost double that of the national average. And given that, we have 70% Hindus and we live in communal harmony. With the question of the Facebook post, there was one 17-year-old who has put up a post. The administration cannot be held responsible for one child that has put up a post. We have taken action. It is unfortunate when these things happen, but it doesn't help anyone. When the BJP leadership, you're telling me that Mr. Vijay Varghese hasn't gone to the area. I was in the district yesterday, and let me tell you, Joy Banerjee of the BJP in the same district held a rail roko. When the law and order forces are stretched, when the police machinery is stretched, the BJP have hit the roads. They're doing road blockages, they're doing rail blockages. Do you think this helps the situation? Are you trying to tell me this?
Can I respond to Mahuaji with some data again? I would not like to make
rewarded. Can I tell you? You have MPs like Sadhvi Pragya and Sadhvi Saraswati who are sitting there and telling everyone about how Muslims are terrible for society. How does that help? Do you reward them with MP
Sadhvi Pragya
tickets?
is not an MP. You stand corrected again, Mahuaji.
You send them to the Lok Sabha. You send them to the Rajya Sabha. Where in 1992, when the Godhra riots took place, Sundar Singh Bhandari was governor of Gujarat. He was an RSS Pracharak. He didn't even send. 1,962 people died in Godhra. That's the official toll. 2,500 people died. And this is not irrelevant. It was the worst.
Why do you want to compare everything to Godhra and Mahua Moitra? Miss Mahua Moitra, may I
please don't lecture us about what
come back to you, very humbly ask you the question. The question that I asked has not been answered. Why no condemnation of Kartik Ghosh's death? Does that life not matter? Why have you sidestepped that question?
Because Kartik Ghosh, yes, you know, if you want to hear, let me place on record what we should say because of Kartik Ghosh's killing. Was Kartik Ghosh an innocent bystander in the area and he happened to have got caught in something like that? No, he wasn't. What was Kartik Ghosh doing? Kartik Ghosh was sent there to a communally sensitive area.
You are actually accusing a dead man. You are accusing a dead man, Miss Mahua Moitra. Miss Mahua Moitra, you are accusing a dead man even before the police can get on with the investigation. You are accusing a dead man, Miss Mahua Moitra. Gaurav Bhatia, isn't she doing just that?
And I am not accusing a dead man, but I am simply telling you that if in a community disturbed situation, the BJP has no business sending in its cadres
of a young boy that happened. Rather, she is trying to justify the killing by saying that he went into a communally sensitive area. And what can we expect from the state government when it would come to investigating the death of this young boy? Even if he was sitting at home, they will show his dead body to be at a communally sensitive area. That is the loss of credibility that the West Bengal government is facing. Regarding the communal incident, you said that Mamta Ji's government has been very peaceful and all people are living in harmony. Let me give you some data from Ministry of Home Affairs. In the last 4 years, there have been 100 communal incidents. There have been 20 people who are dead in this communal incidents in West Bengal, and more than 500 people have been injured. And regarding the allegation that you made on the NDA government that there has been an increase in the communal incidents, let me again quote you Home Ministry data. First, listen to me. In 2013, there were 823 communal incidents. Those dropped to 751 in 2015. So at least when you come to debate, Mahuaji, have your facts right. Don't mislead the nation the way you are cheating the people of West Bengal. And that is our faith. Hindu and Muslims are all brothers. Don't divide our society just for your political gains.
God. Oh, you're telling us this. Oh my God. This is incredible to hear a BJP spokesman come out on national television and say
the people of the country are with us, Mahuaji. Let me tell you that.
If you'll excuse my French, this is first-class comedy.
You know what happened in Malda. Malda again, for appeasing the Muslims, you did not take action against the mob that vandalized and killed people.
The BJP has come to power in the center.
Every district in West Bengal is becoming a lawless district because of the appeasement politics of Mamta Banerjee.
Okay.
and you have
singularly
come here
at
to
force,
support.
having come to
Nobody
power.
buys that in
Ms.
India.
Mahua Moitra.
So there is no question. Communal incidents
Ms.
have
Mahua
increased
Moitra, may I
everywhere
ask you a
because the BJP
question?
is instigating.
May I ask you a question, Ms. Mahua Moitra?
Yes.
Since we are talking about arrests, may I ask you how many arrests have been made by the state police on the issue of the rioters who have in the disturbed area of Boshinhat
Navika,
itself
first
created
ask,
virtually
the
a riot-like
starting point is the
situation? How many
registration
arrests
of
have
FIR?
taken place?
Have they
Shouldn't
even-
people
have they even registered
have
an
been
FIR?
arrested under
Every-
section 153A
every
because
single
of
one
spreading
of the
enmity
main
on the basis of
295A
religion?
been
When
arrested.
Hindus' houses are
Every
burned
single
down,
one
when
of
Hindus
the main
are targeted,
perpetrators
shouldn't...
have been arrested.
How many, ma'am?
No, Navika,
Every
just
single
one more quick point.
of the hooligans, of the vandals, of the arsonists, of the main people have been arrested. There is no question about that.
I
What
have
I
a
would
point
ask
to
you,
make
like
on
to,
that,
I like it that out of every 10 questions that you pose, 9 seem to be on me. But can we please ask the BJP spokesperson how many people have
Because
been arrested?
we are talking
Can you
West
answer
Bengal,
me?
ma'am.
Have the real arresters been, have the real perpetrators been
Miss-
arrested?
No, I'll
Miss
tell you,
Mahua
Mahua
Moitra,
ji,
you
that we
counsellors been
regularly
arrested.
You
appear on
accuse me
television
as much
and
as
we
you
say
want
that
to, Ms.
stand
Mahua
for what
Moitra,
is
but when we are
we don't
discussing
hibernate
West
like
Bengal
the TMC.
and it's the
The
Trinamool
TMC
government in
spokesperson
power in West
and the
Bengal,
government
it's very
are not
natural
even
that
taking
majority of the
answering.
questions will be to you. Whereas
The main perpetrators have been arrested. The main perpetrators have been
have you
arrested.
sent a report to the
Now,
center? Have you sent a report to the center instead of sending a report to the Ministry of Home Affairs, as has been sought by the ministry, you have your Trinamool Congress leaders are writing messages to the president. Isn't the federal structure supposed to be maintained?
1 second.
Navika, let me say this. One more
Excuse
point
me, I think Mr. Rajnath Singh is perfectly capable of speaking to Ms. Mamata Banerjee in case she hadn't sent if she hadn't sent a report. I think if they hadn't sent a report, I think we should really stay away from something which is a center-state relationship. If the Ministry of Home Affairs has asked for a report, the state has sent it. If it has not, the state has not sent it. I think that's not something that you and I can debate. I'm sure if they had asked for a report and our state government had not sent it, then Rajnath Singh is perfectly capable of picking up the phone and taking action on that. So since that hasn't happened, I don't think it
Which he has
behoves
done,
you
Gaurav
to avert
Bhatia.
on national television
No, can
that
I
there is this
respond to
mythical
that,
report
Navika?
that should have been sent and hasn't sent.
Why not,
Whatever
ma'am?
reports
Why
have been asked
not,
for by
Ms.
the Ministry of
Mahua
Home
Moitra?
Affairs have been adhered
As
to
a
and sent by the
journalist,
government.
it's
No,
my
Navika.
job. It's my job to ask you a question on why and where and what happened and who is responsible and whether arrests have taken place or not, or whether a report has been filed or not. I'm absolutely within my right to ask that question as a journalist, Ms. Mahua Moitra.
You are within your
Navika,
rights.
can I please,
you are
just come in?
within your rights to ask that question, but that question has been asked by the Ministry of Home Affairs and has been answered by our government, sir. I am not under obligation to dictate that to you on national television. If the Ministry of Home Affairs is not satisfied,
why choose not to tell the people of West Bengal? Choose not to tell the people of India on what's going on in West Bengal. But let me go to Gaurav Bhatia for his concluding remarks. Gaurav Bhatia, I'm running out of time. 30 seconds to you. Respond to Mahua Moitra because she says she's not answerable, her party is not answerable, her Chief Minister is not answerable to anybody, and they will do exactly
not
what
at all.
they
That's
please.
not
Gaurav
what I
Bhatia,
said. I said
last
we are
30
answerable to
seconds
the
to you.
Ministry of Home Affairs. We're not answerable to BJP
final point
spokesperson.
is that the entire nation is looking at Mamata Banerjee ji right now, and what is the harm if the state government can also keep important information in public domain. They can apprise what action has been taken. As per a Supreme Court ruling, all FIRs should be available online. I asked Mahua ji, both the FIRs for the 17-year-old boy who posted the comment on Facebook and the mob that tried to vandalize and take life of this 17-year-old boy, are those available online? They are not. So they are trying to hide a lot because there is something wrong going on in West Bengal. But I'm sure the fourth pillar of democracy, the media and other political parties will come together to expose the sinister design of TMC.
Okay. All right, at this point, I'd like to thank Ms. Mahua Moitra for joining us here and taking on the questions that we had for the Trinamool Congress on the issue of the unrest in West Bengal and how soon the situation will be under control. But we see competitive politics here. Competitive politics at the cost of the people of West Bengal. Is that such a good thing? That's for you, the viewers, to decide. Thank you very much, Mahua Moitra. And Gaurav Bhatia continues with us as we open up this debate. As we open up the debate, Gaurav Bhatia stays with us. Also joining us this evening, Rakesh Sinha, RSS ideologue, M.R. Venkatesh, political analyst, Dr. T.A. Rahmani, President, Muslim Political Council of India, Dr. Fuad Halim, spokesperson of the CPIM, Saeed Asim Waqar, national spokesperson of the AIMIM, will join us in just a bit from now. But my first question goes across to Dr. T.A. Rahmani. Dr. T.A. Rahmani, Mamata Banerjee shined from answering the simple question. Why no condemnation for a Hindu death? Kartik Ghosh has lost his life. The TMC spokesperson Mahua Moitra was at pains to say that it was the fault of Kartik Ghosh to be found where he was found and that he had no business to be there and he was sent by the BJP. Are all the accusations going to come against one individual even before the investigation has begun? Is the West Bengal government coloring the entire direction of the investigation?
No, I don't take this idea because even if somebody is at fault, even if and he has some allegation, the life of every person is important and must be respected. So that's why if the Kartik Ghosh is dead or anybody else, whosoever is dead, we must have to take care of his death and we must have to condemn any death. And at the same time, I want to say that we must not to be selective at all, whether it is the general law and order situation, it's a communal right, or it is terrorism or whatever. The life of people and peace must be respected and honored and maintained by
but where is Mamata Banerjee questioning it? Saeed Asim Waqar Sahab, Saeed Asim Waqar Sahab, मैं आपसे सिर्फ ये सवाल पूछती हूँ कि ममता बनर्जी ने आज एक हिंदू की मौत
but I want to say Navika, I have to add
कोई रिग्रेट नहीं उन्होंने एक्सप्रेस किया.
I want to say that whatever has happened in Bashirhat, it has nothing to do with social or communal violence. It is a well-planned political violence to garner the support of some community.
I think he's misleading the nation.
Okay, we'll take that question to Gaurav Bhatia in just a bit, but first let me get in Saeed Asim Waqar.
Saeed Asim Waqar. Not at all.
Okay, Gaurav Bhatia, respond to that charge that's coming your way.
I am telling the truth to the nation.
Gaurav Bhatia, respond to the charge. Is this deliberately being stoked by the BJP for political dividends? That's the charge against the BJP tonight.
See, I think there is some problem with Mr. Rahmani's eyes because a report was played on your channel and on other channels also, where a very anguished and disturbed mob of thousands of persons were accusing the police and another mob that tried to target the Hindu community there. Now, do you think a political... Now, Mr. Rahmani, don't do this, please. Have basic courtesy. Let me place the facts. You don't agree, you tell me.
No, but Navika, give
now,
me a chance. Now,
can a political party...
Give me a chance
please,
to go Gaurav Bhatia.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Can any political party just orchestrate a mob of 1,000 people who are complaining that there is a mob in that region which is threatening them, which is taking young boys from their community and is inflicting violence on them? The problem is Mr. Rahmani and other pseudo-secularists forget that government is responsible for ensuring law and order. And I go to the extent of saying if there is any party that is actually having a political conspiracy, still the police is duty bound to act against such a party. So therefore don't seek refuge in this baseless reasoning that a political party is giving shape to whatever is happening in West Bengal. Second, Navika, I would say that, you know, if...
Yeah, got your point. Let me get in Saeed Asim Waqar. Saeed Asim Waqar. No, T.A. Rahmani, please wait. One minute, let me get in Saeed Asim Waqar. Saeed Asim Waqar, एक हिंदू की, yes, Yes, but I have other panelists, sir. I have to allow them to speak as well. So please wait. Please bear with me. सईद असीम वकार साहब, ममता बनर्जी एक हिंदू की मौत पर कुछ नहीं कहती। तृणमूल कांग्रेस के लीडर्स कहते हैं कि उस आदमी की अपनी गलती थी, वो बीजेपी से भेजा गया था और उसका कोई मतलब नहीं था उस जगह पे खड़े होने का, और वो वहां पे इंसाइट कर रहा था वायलेंस। एक मरे हुए आदमी के, जिसका बेटा पुलिस स्टेशन में एक रिपोर्ट दर्ज कराने जाता है, सुबह से शाम तक रखा जाता है। हमें अभी खबर आई है कि वो अभी भी पुलिस थाने में है, अपने पिताजी की बॉडी नहीं रिलीज कर पाया वो अस्पताल से, पुलिस थाने में बैठा है और उसको एनसर्कल करके बैठे हैं तृणमूल कांग्रेस के लीडर्स। ये कैसी तफ्तीश है जो इन्फ्लुएंस हो रही है वहां की सरकार से?
देखिए, सबसे पहली बात तो जो मरा है, मैं कभी भी मरने वालों के साथ नहीं खड़ा हो सकता। मेरी संवेदनाएं मरने वाले के साथ हैं। जो परिवार ने अपने घर के इंसान को, बच्चे को, पिता को, पति को खोया है, हम उसके साथ हैं। लेकिन एक बात माविका जी, मैं अभी इससे पहले जो आप एक 1-to-1 डिबेट कर रही थी महुआ जी और गौरव जी के साथ, तो मैं आपकी उसमें एक बात सुन रहा था। अगर मीडिया ने ईमानदारी से अपना रोल अदा किया होता और भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने और लोगों ने ईमानदारी से हिंदुस्तानियत दिखाई होती, तो आज ये नौबत ना आती। अभी मैं देख रहा था कोई इस्तीफा मांग रहा है ममता जी से, कोई कुछ कह रहा है, कोई कुछ कह रहा है। सुनिए बात सुनिए गौरव, बात सुनिए। अगर इस्तीफा लेना है,
एक मिनट आप पहले मेरी बात सुनिए।
टाइम्स नाउ से कह रहा हूं कि जब पहलू खान जफर
कि आप
जैसे लोगों को राजस्थान में मारा गया, तो वसुंधरा राजे पर कितने सवाल खड़े किए गए
होने के नाते ये उनकी जिम्मेदारी है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी बीच में कहां से आ जाती है?
इस तरह की बातें करने लगे हैं। क्या आप चाहते हैं कि मैं आपसे ना बोलूं?
मैं तो बिल्कुल सही बात करता हूं, मैं आपसे बिल्कुल सही बात करता हूं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी का इसमें क्या रोल है? क्यों आप ऐसी बात करते हैं? आप ममता बनर्जी की कमजोर सरकार की निंदा क्यों नहीं करते हैं सैयद वकार? आप बताइए।
हरियाणा में खट्टर से इस्तीफा किसने मांगा?
अरे आज वेस्ट बंगाल का इशू है कि राजस्थान का इशू है? राजस्थान आज डिस्कस कर रहे हैं कि वेस्ट बंगाल कर रहे हैं। आपके मुंह से एक लफ्ज नहीं फूटता ममता बनर्जी के खिलाफ। आप बताइए, क्यों नहीं आप बोल पाते, निंदा कर पाते उस मौत की जो एक 17 साल के बच्चे के पीछे पड़ी हुई है? 17 साल। हिंदू मुस्लिम की बात मैं नहीं करूंगा, मैं इस घटिया स्तर पे डिबेट नहीं करूंगा। मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहता हूं, एक 17 साल का बच्चा अगर गलती कर देता है, फेसबुक पे गलत कमेंट डाल देता है, तो आप उसको शरीयत लॉ के तहत फांसी दे देंगे? भारत में संविधान और कानून का राज है, जहां पे शरीयत लॉ नहीं है,
वो भी जिम्मेदार हैं। मैं पूछ रहा हूं टाइम्स नाउ से,
बच्चे को माफ करना सीखिए। जुवेनाइल लॉ के बारे में पढ़िए। जुवेनाइल लॉ
टाइम्स नाउ से पूछने से पहले आप
अगर क्राइम
सईद असीम वकार साहब, आप टाइम्स नाउ से सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, आप बीजेपी से सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, लेकिन आप ममता बनर्जी से कोई सवाल नहीं पूछ रहे। ये हैरानी की बात है कि आप ममता बनर्जी से कोई सवाल नहीं पूछ रहे, आप सिर्फ टाइम्स नाउ और बीजेपी से पूछ रहे हैं, जबकि ये घटना जो घटी है ये वेस्ट बंगाल में घटी है। आप ममता बनर्जी से कोई सवाल नहीं पूछ रहे। हमने कोई रेजिग्नेशन नहीं मांगा है ममता बनर्जी का।
मैंने कहा मैं मरने वाले के साथ हूं, मेरी संवेदनाएं मरने वाले के साथ हैं।
लेकिन सवाल आप उनके अलावा हर सबसे पूछ रहे हैं।
आप लोग की तरफ नहीं हूं, मैं आप लोग की तरफ नहीं हूं, मैं हिंदू और मुसलमान में लोगों को बांट दूं।
डॉक्टर
मैं पूछ रहा हूं आपसे नाविका जी,
तो अभी तो बांट रहे हैं क्या?
ममता बनर्जी, the Chief Minister of West Bengal, not responsible for one death that has taken place, even if it happens to be a Hindu death? Should not there have been a statement from the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee? Why should one death, if it is of a Hindu, be completely looked aside, and why only Muslim appeasement should be Mamata Banerjee's politics in West Bengal? She will talk about Dhulagarh riot, she'll talk about Malda, she'll say all of this is small incidents, these are created by the BJP, even Bashir Haat has been created by BJP. Mamata Banerjee has no word for Kartik Ghosh?
Yes. Well, Navika, I had a great foreboding, and I'll explain to you why I had this great foreboding. Because the Bharatiya Janata Party state president, in all the press conferences he's held since that incident has occurred in Baduria, has not called for peace. If you look at the press release of the governor of West Bengal, he doesn't call for the people of West Bengal to restore peace in Baduria. Now, this is the unfortunate background in which this death has occurred. Let's be very clear. We had asked the Chief Minister of West Bengal to call an all-party meeting. And the reason why the Trinamool Congress is not calling an all-party meeting, because they are leaving the door open for the Bharatiya Janata Party, which does not want peace in Bengal. Let's be very clear. Bashirhat is a constituency where the Bharatiya Janata Party candidate was elected in 2014. The Bharatiya Janata Party has so far called for president's rule, the state unit has, but the central unit has not endorsed it. Look at the way in which they have made the demand for president's rule a child's play. And it is in this background
M.R. Venkatesh is disagreeing. M.R. Venkatesh is disagreeing. M.R. Venkatesh, now it's a conspiracy between the Trinamool Congress and the BJP. Look at the number of theories that are coming in.
See, Mr. Fuad Alim as a cheerleader for Mamta is very hilarious. Even as the state is burning.
That I had.
No. Now listen.
First you decide.
No.
First you decide
whether you want to be cheerleader for Mamta.
Please, the people of
first you decide.
Asking you categorically.
Now I ask you categorically. When did you become a cheerleader for Mamta?
You have demanded from the state unit president's rule. Do you demand president's rule from the central?
That is for Mr. Gaurav Bhatia to answer. But I am asking you: are you demanding president rule or not? Are you saying that there is no? Are you saying there is no violence in Bengal or not?
This dichotomy.
अरे dichotomy सब छोड़िए, ये बताइए, are you accepting that there is violence in Bengal or not? Are you accepting it?
My simple question is,
Mr. Fuad Alim, are you accepting it or not?
President's rule or not?
No, are you accepting whether there is violence or not?
No, I am asking you categorically. Have you demanded president's rule or not?
You first say whether you are from Bengal. You tell me. You are from Bengal. You are from Bengal. You tell me whether the law and order is broken down or not.
With the people of West Bengal.
Are you telling me that it is a land of peace? Are you telling me it is a land of peace? Are you telling me milk and honey are flowing in the streets of Bengal? Are you telling me everything is okay in Bengal? Are you telling me everything is okay? Are you telling me law and order is perfectly all right?
Said today.
I am sorry, sir. You in your fancy to become cheerleader for Mamta, you have lost your balance.
Then the Bharatiya
You have lost your balance for a government that has gone berserk and who sees that the blood of a Hindu has no meaning and it wants the blood of Hindus to flow. It is a government that has gone berserk and you people have become cheerleaders. Shame on the left. Shame on the left.
Rakesh Sinha, now the left parties are calling this a conspiracy between Mamta Banerjee and the BJP. They will do anything to turn the attention away from the fact that a Hindu death has happened in West Bengal. And neither the Chief Minister nor the left parties will condemn the Hindu death. They will only try to find controversies. They will try to find out conspiracy theories.
Navika, I am surprised. Jyoti Basu's CPM has become the B team of Mamta's Trinamool Congress. Today, Fuad Ali is speaking just like the spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. Look, it's not a question of only Hindu and Muslims. In 6 districts of West Bengal, Hindus are being treated as second-rate citizens. I am giving one example. There are 2 reasons for communal rights. One, the local region for any dispute leads to communal rights. Second, Fuad Ali, I am not interrupted. I am not interrupted. Don't be a Stalinist here. It is not a Stalinist India. It is Modi's India. It is a democratic India. Let me complete, Fuad Ali. Let me complete. I am giving one example. Let Fuad Ali contradict because he is playing the role of his Trinamool Congress. In West Bengal, the budget of Minority Affairs Ministry is 2,815 crore rupees. And the budget of 4 ministries together, large scale industry, medium scale industries, IT industry and tourism industry is 2,150 crore rupees. So there is another example I am giving. The Bobby Hakim is the minister in the Mamta's ministry. He had given the statement.
There is no political position of the BJP in favor of peace.
Down Pakistani paper.
Not peace does not come from the lips of the BJP even once.
This is the social philosophy of Mamta Banerjee which is leading the communal rights in Bengal.
Dr.
CPM has no moral rights. We remember the Nandi Gram
and Singur. CPM, Nandigram and Singur. Forget this. The way you suppress the peasants, the way you kill the people, the way you killed in the post-independent India, this is the blot on the CPM, blot on the democracy. Blot on democracy.
Dr. T.A. Rahmani, 1 minute. Fuad Ali, hold on. Fuad Ali, one at a time, gentlemen. One at a time, gentlemen. If we all speak over each other, we won't be able to
condemning the death of a Hindu because he was a Hindu. The person who is killed is a Hindu, so his blood is not blood.
I can see at least 4 people speaking. 1 minute.
We all condemn Juvaid's killing. We all condemn the Clark's killing, but nobody is coming. Everybody is blaming the governor's house. Everybody is blaming so that the governor has engineered the riots. This is not the question.
That's the point. That's the point I want to take to Dr. T.A. Rahmani. Dr. T.A. Rahmani, Mamata Banerjee's government and the left parties are blaming everybody else except the government's handling of the situation. They are blaming the BJP. They are talking about the governor. They are talking about the media not getting it right. Everybody is being blamed. The only people not being blamed are the people who are in administration, who are in power there, who control the government, who seem to have lost control over the situation. Has the appeasement politics gone so far as to completely alienate the Hindu community? One man dying today and Aryans go back. That was the statement that came up in a video yesterday that we debated here on Times Now. Mr. T.A. Rahmani, does the Hindu community, the majority community, not matter at all? While every Muslim is important, does Hindu not matter at all?
Listen, Navika, first of all, I want to tell Gaurav Bhatia that I don't know the definition of secularism or pseudo-secularism, whatever it is. I believe in peaceful coexistence, and that's enough for me. Number two, whatever you are asking, why to blame? You have asked 2 questions. Why not to blame TMC government? And whether the Hindus have a right to live in peace or not. I think it is the first time that...
Sir, you are not answering. You are just repeating the question.
Curbed by the state government.
No, are you condemning Mamata Banerjee? Are you condemning Mamata Banerjee? Do you think that intellectuals who were protesting, not in my name, why are they silent? Where are these intellectuals? I am not merely condemning Mamata Banerjee, but those intellectuals, I am asking the question to those intellectuals who are in Kolkata, who are in Delhi, who are in Mumbai, who are in London, who are in Lahore. They are condemning the Modi government for one unfortunately.
I'm completely out of time, but when there is a lynching of Junaid or anybody, which is unfortunate, we do believe that every lynching has to be condemned. But when there is a lynching, when there is a death of the minority community, there are protest calls, not in my name. Then in whose name has Kartik Ghosh tonight lost his life? Will nobody stand up for the rights of Kartik Ghosh? Doesn't he have any human rights just because he's a Hindu who's been killed in a Bengal where Muslim appeasement is the politics that's followed? That's the thought for all our viewers to think about tonight.